Hey, welcome back. This is part 2 of our Vietnam special and the final episode in our Asia series.
Today we're just going to be trying out a few items. So we have 2 instant noodles by Vietnam's oldest noodle company.
Wow.
And evil looking black rice liquor.
It is quite dark, very mysterious. I have no idea what to expect for this.
Very brown as well.
Yes, I think we're going to brown down today.
I sincerely hope not. So the first noodle is kind of ready, so we have to wait 4 minutes. So it came with 4 little sachets. It had the soup powder, chili powder, like fried chili, and some seaweed or green onions. So this is Miliket Mi Hai Tom Hyong Vi Hai San. Again, the rape and pillage of a national language. Sorry.
I take it the brand name or the company name is Miliket?
The company name is Food and Foodstuffs Colusa.
Food and Foodstuffs.
Food and Foodstuffs. Evil Megacorp. Evil Mega Corporation.
It's a very bland way to describe their products.
This is the oldest instant noodle in Vietnam. It's been around since 1975. There are 2 distinguishing features. So one is it comes in a paper bag.
Yeah, that is quite different from most instant noodles I've tried.
And the other distinguishing feature of this company is they always have these 2 shrimp, regardless of the flavour of noodle.
Interesting. Our first dish today will be the original flavor.
Yeah, I believe so. So this one is instant noodle with seafood flavour.
Oh, okay.
This company is in a little bit of trouble, I think, financially. In the 90s, they had a 90% share of the noodle market in Vietnam. And today, I think it's like 5% or something.
Dang.
Yeah.
So they had a noodle empire and then they lost it all.
Basically, because they were the only noodle on sale.
They had a noodle monopoly.
But since like Japanese companies like Ace Cook, we've tried some of their stuff on the show before, entered the Vietnamese market, they've like considerably lost their market share. Some of it may be down to the fact they kind of keep their old-fashioned packaging and design, a bit like the beers we tried last week.
Right, yeah.
It seems like Vietnamese companies, especially older companies, don't want to change their original logo or stuff like that. Apparently another reason is their noodles are never like on display.
Now I can hook you up though, you know. Okay, you name the device, I name the price.
They're like bottom shelf noodles.
Bottom shelf noodles.
Yeah, all the other companies have more aggressive advertising.
You know, it's kind of interesting to me. I don't think it's so much the case in the United States, but definitely in Japan. People tend to like products made in Japan. When's the last time you saw a Ford on the road in Japan?
Seems like this one has like some Japanese companies have very loyal fans, like ramen chains and things. It's not appealing to the wider market. So I'm curious about the soup, how spicy it's going to be. And yeah, it does have seaweed in here.
It has kind of a chili pepper scent. I gotta say, for these being bottom shelf noodles, they're not bad. They're pretty good. They're very mochi mochi. But I can also see how these might not be popular. They are very different from Japanese noodles.
You get like a strong seafood taste? Or is it just chili?
I just get like a salty broth, slight chili pepper, and that's it. Now there is some wakame.
Which I associate more with Japanese noodles.
Right, yeah, me too. Well, it's very mild. I think the most unique thing about this dish is the noodle texture.
They're kind of on the thick side for instant noodles.
Yeah, I thought so too. 5% of the time, people love this 100% of the time.
That doesn't make sense.
Honestly, I think it's good. It's basic enough to where you can add pretty much like anything to it. It's kind of like a blank canvas.
Yeah, it's kind of neutral in that way, isn't it? Right at the bottom, it became like very peppery.
Yeah, the like pepper sediment.
Sediment, yeah.
The sediment
You got to the seabed.
Yeah. Really sinks to the bottom there. I'd give it an 8.
I'd like it to be a little more punchy in the seafood. A little spicier would be okay. Let's say 8.
In the like aftertaste, I'm starting to get not only the chili pepper but also black pepper.
Black pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to try one more flavour. The next one is satay.
Satay, Vietnamese satay.
Not peanut butter sauce. I made the terrible mistake of buying the Vietnam satay, thinking it was the Thai satay. I opened it expecting peanut sauce, and it was like pure oil. Just chili oil. With like cut up garlic and lemongrass, but like a very like funky fermented taste to it. And like ferociously spicy.
Really? I can still find out how spicy this next one is.
Yeah. Making it, the base looked kind of similar, which like went straight up my nose when I opened it. The chili oil packet was much thicker.
Yeah, I'm looking at the soup now, and
Yeah.
it has that like top layer of like oil.
There were much more things in that sachet. Fried garlic, maybe.
Many more foodstuffs.
Sediments.
Yes. So the first thing I noticed was the noodles are much thinner. They look closer to like your typical like Japanese instant noodles.
So yeah, from what little I know about satay in Vietnam, it has a lot of lemongrass and garlic. It has quite a different smell to the other one.
It's very aromatic. It does smell like there's more foodstuffs going on.
Foodstuffs.
Yeah.
Soup is quite different.
It tastes more herbal.
Herbal is a good word.
Yeah. I would describe these as bottom shelf noodles.
You know what? I think I'm preferring the soup in this one. and
But the
in
noodles
last
for the first one. Me too. That was my thought exactly. Why would they even differentiate the two? This one is starting to burn my throat a little bit. Yeah, this one's spicier. I can feel it on my lips now.
I think I could have a stronger lemongrass taste.
Yeah.
Just up all of the notes.
Would you recommend this one?
I would, if you like a little bit sour, citrusy tasting noodles.
I would definitely recommend the original. This one though, I don't think I would recommend it. But if you just stumbled upon it at the store for, 80 yen or like under $1.
Just can't really go wrong.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good for the price, so I'll go 7.
I'm going 5. I'm going 5. It's a soft 5.
Should we drink something weird?
Let's do it. Let's get weird. Here it is in all its glory. In all its dark, sticky, mysterious glory.
Looks like the water you'd find in like an abandoned hotel in Japan, like one of those like big water tanks they have on the top.
Are there any other liqueurs that are that dark? I mean, I'm sure there's some like coffee liqueur or something like that.
Coffee liqueur is like thick though, isn't it? Like milky. This just looks like water. Like a very strange brown hue.
Yes, it is quite viscous. Again, I have no idea what to expect from this, but I'm kind of getting like a Asian Jägermeister vibe.
The color could be compared to Shokosho.
Is that the one we tried on the show?
It is, yeah.
Okay, that was pretty hardcore. Yeah.
Just to go into a little bit about this company, the logo is quite big up here, so it's made by Halico. This is made by Hanoi Liquor Joint Stock Company, so Halico.
Not to be confused with Haribo.
Halico is something quite different. Halico, formerly known as French Fontaine Liquor Factory. Pesky French and the colonialism.
Those French getting into everything. They got their hands in everything.
The factory was built in 1898. It actually says that on the label up there. This was the largest of the 5 distilleries built by Fontaine Company in Indochina. After 100 years of establishment, construction and development, this company, Halico, is now the largest and most prestigious liquor maker in Vietnam. They're most famous for vodka production.
Really? Okay.
This is not vodka, I think. This is one of their more Vietnamese offerings. I think their vodkas are very popular. They're more like trendy. The design looks like Bacardi, like that kind of like white bottle design.
Right, yeah. I was looking at their homepage earlier.
Yeah.
And their vodka branding is quite different from this.
Yeah.
To say the least.
The whole website is very like colourful and stylish.
Yeah.
It's quite well designed. It looks like this one, they just completely left it how it was.
I guess this is like their old granddad of liquors. Just leave him alone in the corner. He's set in his ways.
We certainly have tried some alcohol like that on here.
Yeah. For sure.
So just to go into Halico's own description of this alcohol, they say black sticky rice liqueur with dark brown colour, which features 4 fermented black glutinous rice. A scent of black rice combining with scent of special herbs is as sweet as the sticky rice field in harvesting season, along with the aroma from Chinese herb pot on burning charcoal fire. Black sticky rice is harmoniously sweet with the spicy aroma of herbs, or herbs, as you say in America.
Herbs. From that description, I'm still, expecting...
You're still nervous?
Like a Jägermeister kind of thing. Yeah, I was curious about this, so I looked it up on Google, and I found a Japanese blog. In Japanese, they described this as a red rice shochu. Now, they describe it on the company website as black rice.
Black rice, yeah.
But in Japanese, like the kanji they use is red.
Could be the same rice.
In America, we say brown sugar, but in Japan, they say black sugar. That blogger was, equating this to shochu. Because we have nothing else to go on how to drink this, I thought today we can try this like the same way you would drink shochu. So first will be just straight. After that, we'll try it mixed with water, mizuwari.
We'll put like a little plastic nose holder on, just in case.
Oh my goodness, wait.
It's very sweet smelling.
So first rubber, but then I took like a deeper whiff, and it has like sub-notes of like floralness.
Yeah, it's like flowers, medicine, burnt shoes, or something like that.
Wait. Oh, see it.
You can totally take that one. It's quite complex, isn't it?
You probably have no idea what I'm about to talk about. In America, there's a children's sugary fruit snack called fruit roll-ups.
Finally, Stevie, it is ours! Don't you know what that means? A creation of my very own, made from my stinky sweat sock!
What fun fruit roll-ups will we roll out with next?
Just gooey, like fruit-flavored, like
Fruit flavour.
like sugar, I guess. Thinned out into like a tortilla kind of thing and then rolled up in plastic. This smells like the knockoff version of that. Like all kids in the 90s were really bummed out if they got in their lunchbox. That is to say, it smells kind of like rink. So I just spilled some on my fingers like an idiot, and it is quite sticky.
Egyptian sticky date or something.
Ever been on an Egyptian sticky date before?
I'd love to. Can you arrange it?
Sadly, no.
Well, it's very humid there, so I guess all dates are sticky. So. It smells a little like brandy now to me.
It does, yeah. Once you pour it into a glass.
Yeah, it's got like a brandy smell. It does have like the shokosho, Chinese alcohol we tried.
That is quite surprising. It does really open up
It smells a bit more rounded.
in a glass.
But
But Holy moly, that's very, very sweet. And very strong.
Yeah.
Like Japanese plum wine level sweetness.
I think if you like apricot or dates, like that kind of fruit, this is probably your thing, I think.
What percentage is this?
30.
I just took a little tiny sip and it kind of like instantly hit me. So obviously this is nothing like shochu.
No.
I'm starting to think it's meant to be enjoyed neat. You know, just like a little bit like this.
Yeah.
Like just a sip on. I don't know who would drink this on the regular. You know? Maybe like at a party as, you know, just something to offer along with other things.
Speaking of parties, is this the Asian Jägermeister? Like liquor bombs, Jaeger bombs. No work?
I've never had a Jägermeister before. What can I say? What can I say? But I'd imagine that could work.
Iced teas are served. I wish, yeah.
What to expect from this?
Well, for our final item of the Asia series, we have the Mizuwari.
Yes, it is. It kind of loses all scent.
It's like food and foodstuffs market share. 90% to 5. Come back.
It tastes almost like nothing. Extremely watered down,
Very diluted.
sweet tea.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is meant to be drunk, as is,
I think so too.
straight out of the bottle.
So if you like the taste of nothing, then, you know, try this. How much did you pay for this bottle?
1,100 yen with tax.
Okay,
So
so
$11.
it's drinkable, but
Too sweet.
I would never ever buy it. So I'm gonna have to go 4.
I go 5.
Yeah.
Probably like the only situation I would drink it is if like I was receiving a lot of hospitality from like old Vietnamese people on holiday.
Some well-historied lads.
That's
Some grade lads pull you into a mahjong parlor and hand you a bottle of this, you know. I guess at that point you drink it.
I guess that wraps up the Asia series.
Yeah. This was a few months in the making.
8 parts are complete. These are all going to be in a playlist. If you want to watch all episodes, just go to the playlist. What was your favourite item in this series? What would you most like to try? Let us know.
Tried a lot. I'd have to go back and look at everything.
Oh, I can't remember now. I'm asking.
Yeah. I'm just giving my own thoughts.
We gave the Kavalan whiskey a 9.
That was great.
It could be the winner.
Yeah, it might be. Thank you again for watching. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. There's a little subscribe button on below. And don't forget to hit the bell notification icon down there as well.
See you on the next video.
Take care.
See ya.
Please support Kampai Guys and buy our herbal supplement.